Premier League Roundup is back, game week 7, Sunday, as we head into another boring international break. First up, we have Aston Villa 2 with Burnley 1, and Aston Villa are finally getting their groove. They're finally getting some momentum here. Back-to-back wins for them now. But Burnley are kind of dropping off a bit. They started the season off fairly decent, getting points when they need it, but they kind of need to get some more points now. They need to get some draws or some wins if they want to stay up. Everton 2, Crystal Palace 1, and the Crystal Palace unbeaten run has ended. I feel for them with that Jack Grealish goal. I mean, how unlucky is that? Like, if that happened to Liverpool, I would lose my shit. Everton are doing really well this season under David Moyes, and Jack Grealish has been their man, and he's delivered me 10 points on fantasy, so cheers, Jack. Newcastle 2, Nottingham Forest 0, and more misery for Ange. And it's making Daniel Levy look right for sacking him back in the summer. Still not a proper win for Ange under Nottingham Forest. If he gets sacked again this season, I really wouldn't be surprised, because Nottingham Forest, like, they can't afford to go below 10th again and to crash out of the Conference League, or the Europa League, I should say. So they really need to get their act together. And Ange better hope for a miracle, that something turns around, that they can get momentum and they can get a locker room boost. Wolves 1, Brighton 1, and a disappointing draw for Brighton after beating Chelsea at the breach 3-1. If only Liverpool could do that. But like, you think going to Molineux, you should be getting 3 points no matter who you are, even if you're Burnley. Like, because Wolves are just not a good team, and I think they'll go down. It would be really hard for me to see them picking up any momentum back and getting a good, respectable, like, 15th or 14th. Like, it's happened before with Everton and Bournemouth, but, like, they still have quality players. Like, they lost their quality players, that's the difference. Brighton are kind of doing what I thought, so no real surprises there. But you expect them to beat Wolves. Even when Van Heckel scored the goal, you thought they'd go on and win it, but unfortunately they didn't. So 2 disappointing points dropped for Brighton. Speaking of disappointment, Brentford 0, Man City 1. How Man City did not steamroll through Brentford is surprising. It was one of the most lopsided games I've seen all season. Like, Man City just destroyed them. Brentford didn't seem into it. They seemed fatigued. They seemed like they didn't care. Like, Man City of old would have slapped them 5-0, but like they've lacked that cutting edge for last year now. So, and Rodri's gotten injured again. That's not great given his age, and given he just came back from an ACL injury. So look, I mean, they won the game. That's lucky. Well, look, that's the end of the Premier League roundup for another 2 weeks as we move into the October international break. More boring Ireland, yay.